Artists actively releasing and promoting your music online, make sure you've included the following data with any MP3s that you produce. First of all, the album basics: the artist name, the album title, the genre, and don't make up some unique or strange genre for your music. As much as it pains artists to be lumped in with the mainstream genre, use a recognized genre tag. This tag gives listeners a reference as to what to expect when they hear the song. If nothing else, it's a good way of keeping your unique sound part of a collection that the listeners may throw on when the mood suits. Also include a UPC or barcode if you can. For the track basics, you'll include track titles, track timing, the writer or composer and publishing credits, the year, and as much as some people don't like to have their music appear dated, music is an evolution and has a history. Adding the year the song was released helps give listeners a context on when it was made, the genre, and comments. In the track comments, add a link to your website or other online presence. The track comments is where promotion really happens. Add a link to your website or other online presence. Don't be afraid to add a unique factoid or something that sets you apart from others in the genre. Add the performer credits for the entire album, however you would list them on the liner notes. Add additional credits including recording, mixing, and mastering engineers, the designer, the photographer, and any other person that you'd like to give credit to. You can add the rest of the liner notes, such as thank yous and essays and any other words. Also include marketing blurbs or short descriptions you plan on using online or in press packets. Music is about the song, but people like to see the artwork as well. Add something, make it interesting, and make it even become memorable to the listener. The more information that you upload with your music, the more likely it will be searched for, which can bring you potential new listeners. You may not be the object of the search, because it could be the producer or the engineer or an art director, but you never know how you can benefit from a search for them that brings new people to you. Also, a lot of this information can be embedded into your MP3 files and should be. Never leave a field blank if you can help it, because anyone curious about your music will want this information. Every artist-released MP3 file should have, at a minimum, the artist name, the song name, and a comment with the URL of the website and online presence. Paying attention to this type of content has real value in raising the access and awareness of an artist to the fans and casual listeners. As listeners and fans collect more and more music, it's easy for a mistagged song to disappear into a music collection. Filling out these ID fields allows listeners to easily search and organize the file within their own music library. Every songwriter should be registered with one of the performance rights organizations, or PRO, like ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC. Just like digital platforms, no one is necessarily better than another, and many writers have publishing companies registered in all three. Publishing is an in-depth subject that's worth the course of its own, so we won't get into the details here, but suffice it to say that you won't get paid songwriting royalties for downloads, radio, or television plays unless your songs are registered with one of the PROs. All PROs' registration forms are fairly similar, so we won't go over that here. What we will cover is a number of mistakes that members make when registering a song that keeps them from getting paid. Let's take a look at them. The first one is all the writers and publishers and their correct shares are not listed. Even if you're not named on the initial registration, you can be added later, but doing so takes time and will hold up any royalties owed to you. Any alternate titles, like those used for some music libraries, are not listed. Sometimes songs are retitled for music libraries to make it easier for the library to identify. Sometimes a song may be just the instrumental version. Make sure they're all listed. The writer or publisher account doesn't have the correct contact information. You can't get paid if you can't be contacted. All samples aren't licensed or cleared. If the song uses samples or loops, all must be cleared with their prospective copyright owners before the song can be properly registered. Songs have names that are not clear or too difficult to remember. A song with non-alphabetic characters or numbers, or a song with misspellings, can lead to a delay in royalty payments. Songs that are performed live aren't listed with the proper PRO. If you're out on tour and playing your songs, you're entitled to get paid for the performance of those songs. This can only happen if you register them properly, and get it right. Make sure that you don't make one of these mistakes so that your royalty check shows up when you expect it. will incentivize the receiver of the free product to come back and purchase something else. The economics of free is a central premise in the new music business economy, especially for a young artist. In order to take advantage of the concept, you have to understand that there are actually 4 kinds of free. The first one is to give something away to sell something else. This has been around for hundreds of years, but the classic case is giving the razor away to sell the razor blades, or the more recent version when a mobile company provides a cell phone at a very low cost in order to sell the monthly service. Free number 2 is where the advertiser subsidizes the product. While broadcast television might seem free, advertisers spend billions of dollars behind the scenes to pitch to its viewers. Many trade magazines are like this as well, with the book given away for free because it's subsidized by advertisers. Free number 3 gives away a free version to sell a premium. This is sometimes known as a freemium and is only possible in a digital market because the costs are close to zero once the product is developed. You see this all the time in games and in streaming services like iTunes Radio, Spotify, and Pandora, where the service is free with ads or available with the higher quality audio and without ads in a premium version. Free number 4 exchanges something free for another free item. Most of us do this all the time without noticing when we provide an email address for a free chapter of a book or a free report, or to receive a free download of a song. Sometimes we exchange our contact information to gain access to a community, but it's all the same. We give away one thing to get another. As you can see, an artist or band can use all 4 of these types of free. In the case of free number 1, the artist gives away a CD in order to entice the fan to come to a show or buy merch. For free number 2, many artists play gigs or tour with the help of a sponsor that subsidizes them being on the road or reduces the ticket prices or eliminates the tickets altogether. For free number 3, the artist can have a free version of a mailing list or a premium version at $4.95 a month where the fan gets access to exclusive videos, song outtakes, or remixes. And free number 4, which is the most used, where the fan exchanges their email address for a song or video. Metadata is data about data, so in the case of a digital song, it's all the information about the song, from the artist to the label, to the musicians who played on the song, to the year of the release. Surprisingly, many copyright owners don't take the time to include that information. As a result, you won't get paid if one of your songs streams on a digital service like Spotify or Pandora. Right now, there's money that sits in an escrow account at Sound Exchange for Beethoven, who never recorded anything, instead of the orchestra that recorded one of his pieces, or in the account of various artists, or artists unknown. You can't pay money to someone if you don't know who they are, so don't overlook this last piece of the recording puzzle. Just remember that if you're self-releasing songs online, be crystal clear about all the metadata. If you're an artist and don't already know about Sound Exchange, then you should. The company was appointed by the U.S. Copyright Office to collect royalties for artists and performers whose music is played on any digital service, either online or satellite. That means if you're an artist who didn't write the song you're performing, you can still get paid for your hard work. Performance royalties have long been overdue in the United States, even though Europe has paid them for quite a while now. The battle still rages regarding royalties from radio broadcasts, which will hopefully be settled this year sometime. But for anything digital, it's a done deal. Don't confuse artist performance royalties with songwriter performance royalties. They're not the same. Songwriters have always been paid if they retain their rights, but until now, performers were never paid a dime. It's hard to believe that a group like the Righteous Brothers can have the most played song ever on the radio with You've Lost That Loving Feeling and never make a penny out of it, but that's the way it's always worked. At least on the digital side, this has now changed and performers can expect to see at least a little cash. But a couple of roadblocks stand in the way of a payday. First of all, you've got to sign up with Sound Exchange so they know that you exist and where to send the money that you've earned. But the second one is the big one. The metadata of a song has to be sufficiently logged, which we'll cover in the next video.